In the beginning there was green, a pulsing, breathing, living world, dense canopies stretching to heaven, roots burrowing deep into dark, rich soil, before spires of steel and digital noise, before the hum of machines, there was the rustling of leaves, the rhythmic cadence of wind in the branches, and God saw that it was good. Trees stood at the center of it all. More than scenery, more than shade, living testaments to the Creator's abundance. The tree of life was in the midst of the garden, Genesis 2 says. A sacred ecosystem, where chlorophyll hummed in the leaves, where photosynthesis spun air into breath, where fruit and shade and sustenance whispered in a world of harmony. Walt Whitman said, "I believe a leaf of grass is no less than the journey work of stars." The trees stood before us, silent sages, patient prophets. We have walked among them, cut them, burned them, planted them, climbed them, sat beneath them, and still they stand, bearing witness. Abraham met God beneath the oak. The prophet Deborah judged Israel beneath the palm. Zacchaeus climbed the sycamore to see the Messiah. Trees were not mere props in the biblical drama. They were altars of encounter. They were places where heaven met earth. A tree is a passage through time, each ring a chapter of endurance. These giants do not rush, they do not clamor, they stand glowing in rings of patience, testifying to something ancient, something beyond our hurry, something that whispers, "Slow down, abide." Trees are not just beautiful, they are life itself. Matthew Sleeth says, "Without humans, trees would manage just fine. Without trees, people would perish." Every breath we take is borrowed from their lungs. Every exhale, a whispering offering returned. Children understand. They climb trees. They name them, whisper to them. They are not taught to love trees. They are born knowing. It's only later we teach them to forget. But we grew, we built, we burned, we forgot. The green was not fast enough, it did not conform, so we laid down pavement, cut straight lines, made things efficient. We called it progress, strip, cut, process, package, sell, repeat, strip, cut, process, package, sell, repeat. The rhythm of the machine, the pulse of the industrial heart. We have forgotten how to listen. We made the world smaller. We made our lives smaller. We carved God into an abstract spirit, distant, removed, intangible. The trees were cut down, and so was the incarnate presence of God in creation. Gnostic ghosts came whispering, "Matter is lesser, the body is a prison, the earth is a stage, not a home," and we believed it. We borrowed from Plato and got a plate full of hollow food, faith reduced to thin air, while the feast of creation sat untouched. We fed ourselves on the idea of a God far away. We abandoned the world beneath our feet. We called this wisdom, but it left us empty. But what if we were wrong? What if we have missed the voice of God rustling through the branches? What if in the death of trees, we are starving our souls? You see, Jesus spoke in the language of trees. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. I am the vine. You are the branches. Not in the distant, the immaterial, the abstract, but he spoke in the green, the rooted, the living. Matthew Sleeth again says, the worst thing to use for a tree is to kill someone. And yet God, in infinite mercy, took the dead tree and made it into the tree of life. The story of the tree does not end with the cross. It ends in a garden where the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. If trees teach us about God, then cutting them down without thought is more than an ecological crisis. It is a theological one. What if our faith looked more like a tree? Deep roots, open branches, a place of shade and nourishment for all who pass by. If God loves trees, shouldn't we? If he planted a garden, shouldn't we tend it? What if planting trees and tending gardens are acts of worship? Trees stand in quiet testimony. They tell the story of the world, of death and resurrection, of patience and abundance. Listen to them, learn from them, and join the work of tending what God has planted.